It's week 3 of the NFL, and we've got Breece Hall. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Jets and the Pats, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his 3rd season now out of Alabama.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Jones looking to throw it on the first play. And that's complete downfield to Parker. Down the right sideline. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 60 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jones. That is caught. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's
and he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ramondre Stevenson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. Play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week.
This week's ball game. 17 carries, 113 yards, and a score.
And the way they ran the ball last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. But you look at this Patriots defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get out of roll early. Chip away their timing.
40 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
There with the tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr. From the 24 now. Here's second down at 7. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He stiff arms him. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. The Patriots at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
Throwing, Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Jones on third down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers, they run in there to drop him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So on fourth down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. The first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the...
But I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. Now he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A first catch there for Wilson and a first down. But Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
He finds Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Hall want to give up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get this.
Touchdown, Jets! Tyler Conklin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
A 9-play drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So the Patriots coming out now. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Well, you talk about this Jets defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Short pass caught by Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Through 1 quarter, 13-7 our score. start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. Here's Bryce Behringer now. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Yeah, stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. On play action, now Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Jets on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. You just saw the speed, folks, of Marcus Jones back there in a flash to drop him. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Hall again on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. This from 32 yards away. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. A quick pass out to Juju. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Jones throw here taken in by Gesicki. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Off play action. Jones. It's complete to Watt. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Parker. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run for the 1st with Stevenson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. They run once more with Stevenson. There's a nice move. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have got it back to within a score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Ryland on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, it's Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 59 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rodgers going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's Rodgers. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Now Jones. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Out right to Bull. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Draw play. Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Rodgers. Well, that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
He was defended by Christian Gonzalez.
Now Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Broncos who are out in front. Tim Patrick, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Right down there. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Brian Robinson with a touchdown run.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rodgers now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. On the return is Jones. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Patriots take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Throwing Jones. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to Stevenson on first down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Jones now from the gun on third down.
We'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. The third down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now Jones on first down. On the right side, open is Gesicki.
And the Patriots are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Stevenson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now Ryland for the PAT.
And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Rodgers now on first down.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Real fun, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
On play action, Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his fullback. At the 23, a pickup of 4.
And a stoppage play to move the sticks.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson.
He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more But I think even more so is offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
The end result, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The former third overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Off the play fake. Jones. It's complete to Parker, left side. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Carl Lawson able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
The Jets got solid production from Carl Lawson in year 1 with the team with 7 sacks. They want to be an even bigger presence in year 2 as one of the many playmakers in their strong defense.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So we get a traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
As this old Green remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Rodgers again now. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. It's asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Ryland on for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. To throw is Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
Ball start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Hall.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over. So here the Patriots to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Jones on 1st and 10. Open man is Bull. A yard.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard. Running left is Stevenson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row. First down.
Again, 13 yards. First down, Patriots.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
At the Jets' 41-yard line.
From the 41, Jones.
They'll get this to Elliott.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing, Jones. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Here's Jones. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And this one is right through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So now Rodgers with a new team, but in a spot he's been before. Down on the scoreboard, a little under 2.5 to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here, as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Finding Hardman. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here it is, 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Open man is Uzomah. Here's 1st down. Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Here we go. 1st and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with a football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. Do you see some fans holding up 2 fingers? Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Jones. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.